So hey guys, in this video we are going to see how you could use Git and GitHub for your projects. So basically Git is used for version controlling of your projects and to have multiple people working on a same project. So basically in this video we will be going to see how you can create a project in GitHub and how you can push your code using Git, how do you commit your updates in Git, and at last we will see like how you fork other repositories and work on it in Google Colab. So let's get started. And so basically I will start by installing Git on my desktop. For Windows you will have to go into the Git website from where you can download it. For Linux and Mac it is pretty simple. You just have to type a command and Git will be installed in your system. After that you have to go to the GitHub, and here you have to create a new repository and naming the repository as a tutorial Git. And once this repository is created, we can use it from the Git. So I will choose it to keep it public, and let's give the description. Suppose this is a test repository, and I will click on the create a repository and my repository will be created. And now let's see like how you can update this, right? Like how you can push some of your code from your machine. Okay, so you will copy this https URL and open that your Git batch. So once you install the Git in your Windows, you will get something like this. So to push your code, ignore the above line that is there. So to push your code, you will write, first of all, you will add your branch, add your repository to the origin. So for that, you will do git remote add origin. After that, you switch the branches. So before that, you were in master. Now you are in main branch. And let's create some file. And we create a new file, new notebook, text file, that is test code. And now let's push this file into the GitHub, into that repository that we created. So before that, you have to do git add dot. And once it is added to the staging area, then you have to commit it. And while the commit, you can give us some message that tells what changes you have done in the files, right? So once this is done, you see that your commit is done. And after this, you can push your code. Git push origin main. So main will be a branch, right? And once this is completed, this is successful, you can go to your GitHub repository, and once you refresh it, you will be able to see the changes that we have made. So we have created a txt file, right? Testcode.txt. So you are able to see it. Now let's do some changes on this file and see how it behaves on Git. So I have written hi and saved this file on my notepad. If I do git status, so it will tell me like what changes there in my code. So here you can see that this file is modified. That means it is separate from the code that is in the repository, right? So you have to do git add, that will add the changes in your working staging area. Then after that, you have to do git status, that you will show that your git can be committed, the changes can be committed, right? Now you will do git commit -m the message, whatever the changes that you have done in the code, so that it will be able, so the other team can be able to know what changes are being made, has been made. Now you will do git status, it will say nothing to commit, working tree key. Now you are good to push your code. So you will add git push origin main, and it will transfer the code from your local to your GitHub repository. And if you will see there and open this file, you will see that there the changes has been made. So if I will refresh it, on the left side you will see that it is updated now, right? Yeah. Now if you click on this, you will be able to see the changes that we have made. That's cool, right? Like we have made changes on the GitHub from our local machine, right? And if you want to explore more about Git, you can go to the Git documentation, gitscm.com, right? Now let's see how do you fork into other repositories, right? So I'm forking this free GPT repository, which is a public, so there should be no issues. So on the top right, you will see there is a fork button. So if I click on that fork button, it will automatically open in my account, and you see there it is saying owner repository name. That means it will create a repository similar to that on my account, right? It is forking, like it's like something like cloning, right? So once it is done, you can see that this free GPT is now in my GitHub account. Now I can make changes or do any changes here and push it onto my account. So it will not affect the original repository, but it will be make changes on my repository, right? So now let's try to work in Google Colab from that repository. Let's try to clone that, right? So I will go and open a new notebook where I'll be cloning that repository. So you have to copy the URL from your repository, that was FreeGPT, and on the green button you will click there, you will get the link for it, right? Now let's change the name for this Colab notebook, like working with Git. And now here I can write my command, right? And if you remember on the last video, we have seen that if you want to run any shell command, you have to write exclamatory mark before it. So you will like git clone and the URL, and it will clone all the files from that GitHub repository into your current working environment of Google Colab. So it is cloning, and once it is done, if you click on the file button, you will be able to see that there is a folder of FreeGPT which contains all the files which is there in the repository. And if you want to work with this in this folder, you can change your directory by typing %cd FreeGPT, and you will be able to work in this directory. So that was it for this video. Hope you found this video helpful, and hope you learned something from this video. See you in the next video. If there is any topic or something that you want to learn, you let me know in the comments down below. We will try to make a video around it.